1 John chapter 5, verses 14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears. This is the confidence. This is the faith that we have in Jesus. Whatever we ask in him, whatever we ask in Jesus, that he's going to do it. That he will do according to his will. He hears us. And then that's the key thing in there, his will. 1 John chapter 9, verses 31. And we know that God does listen to sinners. Yes, he does listen to sinners. That prayer of repentance, he's attentive to it. He listens to it. He listens to the godly person who does well. Again, he listens to you if you're doing well, if you're doing great. Yeah, he listens to you. He listens to your prayers. 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 12. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their prayer. But the face of the Lord is against those that do evil. Again, he said the eyes of the Lord is on the righteous. He's attentive to your prayers. He listens to your prayers. He does take heed to it. But again, it has to line up with his will, not your will. Because even Jesus himself gave us a good example of that in the Garden of Gethsemane. In Mark chapter 14 verses 36, he said, Abba, Father, if all things are possible for you, remove this cup from me, yet not as I will, but as you will. Jesus was going to go through the most agonizing time of his life, but he said, if it's your will, God, to pass this cup, he said, not my will, not the will of the flesh. Yeah, that was the flesh talking there. Not the will of the flesh, but the will of God. Luke chapter 4, 22 verses 42. Father, if you're willing to take this cup from me, yet not my will, but your will be done. That's another example. You say, if you're willing to take this cup from me, but again, not my will. Sometimes we got to learn, and we're going to go through some things. We have to go through some things, and God, we don't want to go through it. We don't want to go through it. But God, if it's your will, I'm going to go through it. But God, give me the strength to go through it. God, give me the strength that I need to get through this. There's going to be some hardships and some hard times we're going to go through. But we need to pray and ask God for the strength to get through it.